Welcome to Ontario Business Excellence Inc., where strategy meets performance. At OBEI, we empower businesses through expert strategy and operations consulting, impactful training and development, and smart learning management systems. Our mission, helping organizations achieve operational excellence, drive sustainable growth, and foster a culture of continuous learning. Ontario Business Excellence Incorporated, your partner in performance.
Are you ready to lead change in yourself and in your organization? Welcome to Academy for Lean, a leading lean consultation and training organization operating across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. We are dedicated to empowering professionals and organizations to achieve operational excellence through world-class lean and continuous improvement programs. We proudly collaborate with Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation, Canada, the STEFs of UK, Advance IPSC, Bangladesh, and Lean Brain, Pakistan. Contact Academy for Lean at +94 754 558 558 or visit www.academyforlean.com. Academy for Lean.
Are you ready to become a globally recognized total quality management practitioner? The Academy for Lean, in partnership with Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation Canada, proudly brings you the Certified TQM Practitioner Program, designed for professionals who want to build a culture of quality and continuous improvement. In this comprehensive 4-month program, you'll learn the core principles, tools, and best practices of total quality management to improve customer satisfaction, enhance operational performance, reduce waste, and drive business excellence. Learn from an outstanding panel of industry experts. The program starts on 27th August with just 2 hours per week, making it ideal for busy professionals. And here's the best part. The original course fee of $900 is now available at $450, an exclusive 50% discount for participants from Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Don't miss this opportunity to earn an internationally recognized Canadian certification and become a leader in quality and continuous improvement. Register today, +947 5455 8558. www.academyforlean.com. Quality isn't a department, it's everyone's responsibility. Start your TQM journey with Academy for Lean today.
Welcome to the AFL free webinar series. Thank you for joining us today. We are delighted to have students, professionals, business leaders, and continuous improvement enthusiasts from around the world with us. At Academy for Lean, our mission is to help individuals and organizations build excellence through lean, quality, project management, and operational excellence. Today's webinar brings together an experienced panel of industry experts who will share practical knowledge, real-world experiences, and the latest trends to help you grow personally and professionally. Whether you're just beginning your journey or looking to advance your career, this session is designed to provide valuable insights that you can apply immediately. So sit back, take notes, and get ready for an engaging and interactive learning experience. Welcome once again to the AFL free webinar series. Let's begin.
Welcome to
All right, so very good evening to you, all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nuan Rajapaksha, who is going to be the moderator for today's webinar, brought to you by Academy for Lean. Quality, it's everyone's business, and that's what we are going to discuss today. And we've looked at what Academy for Lean and what we are doing, and also Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation. But I would like you to know a little bit more about what Academy for Lean offers you. So Academy for Lean as an organization offers professional certifications, a corporate consultancy, and at the same time, corporate in-house trainings, public seminars, and free webinars like what you witnessed today. Now, Academy for Lean, in collaboration with Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation Canada, so they have offered programs across 122 countries, including 21 from Middle East, 52 from Africa, and 49 from Asia. And Academy for Lean partners with Ethical Kaizen, Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation from Canada, Ethical Kaizen from United States, Advanced IPSC from Bangladesh, Best Effects from UK. And these are some of those programs that we conducted recently across the globe, from Ghana to Jordan to Pakistan to Sri Lanka, here in Sri Lanka as well. And also what you can see below is that we have collaborated with the International Trade Center, Switzerland, in delivering productivity improvement program in Pakistan. And these are some of those certifications which comes to you. And from Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation, Canada, you get the TQM Practitioner Certification, which we showed you a little while ago, and we'll discuss more in the time to come. And then Certified Lean Logistics Professional Certification, and then the Lean Green Belt Certification. So those are coming from Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation, Canada, and Academy for Lean partners with it to offer them. And from USA, you are getting the Certified Lean HR Professional certification. And Academy for Lean itself offers the certificates which you see below: the Certified 5S Practitioner and Auditor, Lean Yellow Belt, and Certified Quality Performer, Certified Lean Quality Expert. So these certifications are coming to you directly from Academy for Lean. And these are the global presence recently concluded sessions. We were able to get in touch with these countries to share knowledge and upgrade their processes. And we are happy to say that we won the Gold Award last year at the National Project Management Excellence Awards. And we won this, and we were recognized as the best managed project in innovative education and partnership. And these are some of the clients that we are working with in our webinars, in our consultation, our programs that we are doing public, and also the certificate programs. You can find us in all social media platforms, including Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and you can connect with us through info@academyforlean.com, and also we are available in our website. You can find our information at www.academyforlean.com. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are getting to the business. So let me introduce the panelists who will be sharing their expertise today, this evening, and you can definitely get more knowledge and then go ahead and implement them in your organization to see the benefits. So to start with, we have Tilina Manamendra, who is going to be one of our panelists for this evening, and he is a QHS and supply chain professional. He's having his master's, and also he's a graduate in chemistry, and he's having the TQM practitioner, and then FSMS, and also he's having a diploma in FQM, and he's a lead auditor for ISO 9001-2015, FSSC 22000, and also he's a lead auditor advanced HACCP trainer, certified TQM practitioner, and certified lean yellow belt holder. So let's move to the next panelist. We have Chamila Ranatunga with over 10 years of experience in quality management and operations, and he's the current manager for quality assurance at Kevilton Electrical Products, and he was also a senior quality engineer at Vario Systems. He's having his Master of Engineering in Engineering Management from University of Peradeniya, certified TQM practitioner, certified Six Sigma Green Belt holder, and also he's IPC specialist, also having the credentials of lead auditor ISO 9001-2015, and also he's a IATF practitioner. Then we have Vimal Atapattu with 30 years of operational experience. He was the lean sensei for MAS Holdings, was a divisional manager into QMS at MAS, ex-general manager operations here in Sri Lanka and overseas for MAS Holdings. He's having his lean black belt from MAS, and then TQM from India. He's a Six Sigma black belt holder from an IBM. Nike Incorporation, he has got it from US, and he's having his master's in business administration from United Kingdom, and then he's a certified ISO 9000 lead auditor, certified coach from Center for Creative Leadership, Singapore. So they are going to be the panelists for this evening. So let me move on to the first question this evening. So I would like to pose this to Tilina. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know that organizations who are going through and have got certified in quality says that they're so confident about it. And sometimes they say we have got everything. But we find some of those organizations who are certified, have thrived through the audits, all of a sudden finds it difficult to cope up when a customer complaint comes in, or the struggle starts after that. And we have seen some of those organizations complain, we have our TQM champions, but they're not doing the work. They keep it to the end of the month. So these things are coming up in different organizations. So my question to you, Tilna, I think that would definitely benefit the audience today to start off with. How can we ensure a culture of quality in an organization? What are the things that we can do in order to make sure that we have it in real?
Thank you, Nuan. Yes, you are absolutely right. The reason behind that, the statement that you have already mentioned here is most of the quality leaders, we are focusing on the audits, and we are trying to win the audits. We are not trying to win the customer, actually. So having said that, to explain or to answer your question, let me share my screen. I want to emphasize 5 key areas.
Okay.
So I hope that you can see my screen now.
It's coming up. Yes, clear. Go ahead, Tilna.
Yes. So I would like to answer your question in 5 different steps. So how are we going to create the culture, the quality culture, we would say the quality culture, including everyone's support, or we call it inclusiveness quality culture. So before that, I would say as a leaders, most of the quality leaders, we more focus on the people other than the systems. So that is why most of the cultures are breakdown, because we focus mainly on one particular person or two. So what if they leave the organization or leave the department either, or leave the country? So entire system collapsed. So why we are, the main purpose is we are not focusing on to develop a system. So that is what the TQM says, that is what the learning gives from the TQM. So developing culture, I would love to answer your question in steps 5. So first step is, so we need to, as a leaders, as a quality leaders, we need to lead by examples, because we know that sometimes in our experience also, we receive a lot of pressure from the production or from the top end management or lead or the company owners to release the products, irrespective of the quality defects or whatever the issues. So always they're pushing to compromise the quality. They're may focusing on the numbers or the target. So what if complaints comes? That is where the most of the people are not thinking as a futuristic, because once the complaint comes to start, then complaints might be high, the returns can be high, or else the claims. So I do have a good experience in my past organization. The huge amount of claim we have to pay to our customer because of the one particular incident. So that's why if we as a leaders, we have to stick by on our standards, on our quality compliances, on our data. We have to believe our data, because we are the one who protect our consumer. The quality is quality system that's built in the organization is responsible for the end user. We call it consumer. And that is how the consumer's feedback comes back to the company or comes back to the organization, and we are the one who translate it to the manufacturing entity. So that is what we are learning from TQM. So I would like to highlight 3 key areas in leading by examples. First one is calibrate the scale. So we have to, even though our schedules are tight, we need to focus on the quality. The second one is align the matrices. So we know that our journey is to reduce the cost, but we cannot compromise the compliance standard. And the last one is the consistent action. So whatever we think, we have to focus quality first mindset, first time right mindset. So that is what we need to inculcate in our organization among all of the teams, not even quality, including all the operational teams, manufacturing, operation, engineering. This is what we want to build as a quality culture. The second one is more specific on the environment. We must build psychological safety environment to perform well, because I personally I experience a lot many organizations, they create the culture, because of that culture problem not surface, that's because of the fear. So that is where we need to attack or remove, and we need to create a learning zone, or the they have to give us, we must give them to learn. So by encouraging their voices, by listening their voices, even for the machine operator, we have to listen them, or they reinforce the responses, which means we are not focusing on the people's fault. We are trying to focus on the system's fault, where the system failed, not the person. And last one is harvest insight. Use the mistakes as a critical learning opportunities. Let them to learn. Yes, mistakes happen. But if we build the psychological safety environment, they learn it and they come up with a very strong ideas then. The third one is empower everyone. So traditional quality assurance or quality control, after every steps, QA team is there to check each and every product defects, which is the traditional mindset. But TQM tells you that is not the way it is. It is the distributing the ownership among the quality, production, machine operator, in technical team, maintenance team, engineering team. That is how we have to create the quality culture among ourselves, even including all the stakeholders. So distribute the authority, remove the choke points, and build local capability. That's how we can distribute our ownership, especially on the authority. So you can delegate your powers, or let them to take decision based on the data, based on the real-time data. So I have a lot of experience in some organizations. The people who are in the line, the quality teams, they are waiting for having the orders from the top end. So look at the time wasting. So why can't we uh, uh, give them authority to take their own decisions? So the fourth one is recognition. Whoever person is doing a good thing to your organization, come up with the new ideas, always try to recognize them, recognize their effort, and not it. We have to recognize the right teammate or right person. So that is what we always create a psychological safe environment, and due to that, people will come up with ideas, and because of that, we can recognize their effort. So that is how the quality culture built. Especially the person who are coming with defect preventing ideas, and they are reporting their risk early, so which means they are proactive on your lines, and also they are coming with continual improvement ideas, for example kaizens, and that is how the cross-functional collaboration comes. Recently in my organization, I create this culture to come up with the quality kaizens. So quality kaizen is not only for the quality teams, it is it is for all of the people who are working at the shop floor level, including the workers. So they can come up with some ideas, and we have made a platform to recognize them. And the lastly, make quality visible. This is where the dashboards, quality numbers, Gemba walks, also the Kaizen ideas, Kaizen suggestion boxes, things are coming up, especially in your operational line. If you know the numbers in real time way, you know where are you going to. You know how much of defects that I'm producing. You know how much of first time right production is produced per shift or per hour. So that gives you the proactive decision making. And also your Gemba walk. As a quality leader, you must go your Gemba walk in your critical areas, especially when as a leader, when you go there only, you can see and you can discuss with your teammates and you can see the problem at the origin, and then you can come up with the good solutions. And the last thing is the layered process audit. When you do your audits, you can layer it and you can keep on doing every month in a separate end area, selected area, you can cover your process audit. So that makes you visible and the quality is visible for everyone, and each and every member or stakeholder inside the manufacturing operation might see your real-time data. So that is how the culture developed. So considering all of the above 5 factors, it is not an individual factor is applying. All 5 need to be practiced at the same time. We call it ecosystem. So I think, Nuan, I have answered you. So over to
Pretty
you.
much. Yes. Thanks, Thilina. Thanks for taking our participants through the framework or the ecosystem that should be established. And you importantly said 5 areas that we should be looking at. And the last one you said was making quality visible, and it has to be seen, right? And then you also said recognize the quality behavior, and the right people should be recognized. That's one of the key words which came in, the right people, and they should be recognized. And then empower everyone is something that we should always be doing. And then the psychological safety is quite important at any organization, and for quality to be at the right place, the psychological safety has to be there in the environment, and then more importantly leading by example. Now, what we can see with what Tilina explained, we need to move from controls to assurance. And my next question goes to Chamila, but before I move to Chamila, we can see the chat says that we have participants from all over the world. We have from Brunei to Pakistan to Sri Lanka to India. And I think some of you all are still typing in. And at the same time, I would like to mention that if you have any questions, please do send it in the chat while you are listening to our panelists, because we are going to take the questions at the end of the webinar, and we are going to provide you the chance to get your answers through our panelists who will be joining today. Right, so keep sending in the questions and keep sending in where you're joining from. That would definitely encourage us as well. And with that, let me move on to the question and what Chamila is going to bring to you today. So we are clear that quality has to be something beyond controls. It has to be a total thing, or the assurance should be in. So my question, and what you're going to hear from Chamila today, is why an organization should focus on total quality management. Why is it important, Chamila?
Thank you, Nuan. Let me share my screen first. Hope you can see my screen. And as Chidni mentioned earlier, the total quality management is very important for each organization. The reason is actually nowadays most of the organizations focus on the performance-driven culture. So so like that situations, the most significant factor is the cost of quality. As you all know, cost of quality has 4 components. I am not going to deeply explain what are the cost of quality in here. However, The first one is the prevention cost, and the second one is the appraisal cost, and third and fourth one are the internal failure cost and the external failure cost. You know that usually the prevention cost and the appraisal costs are planned at the beginning of the year, and they are almost budgeted in the each organizations, while the internal failure and the external failure costs are monitored through the KPIs. This is vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, organization to organization, but these are reported in track in the financial report. But today, one interesting things are to be discussed in here. Most of the organizations does not talk openly about the hidden internal failure cost. That is the most important things today we need to focus. Most of the organizations actually they are talking about the quantitative and the reported cost, but when it's come to the internal failure cost, there are so many hidden costs. The portion is those hidden costs are very big. The risk is actually we don't know the size of that portions. As an example, unrecorded machine downtime and the additional inspections. If you are going, as Tirina mentions, if you can go to the line, there are so many additional inspections are there. Other thing is the inline reworks. They are in when you go to the actually line, there are so many inline reworks, but they are not recorded in our documents or they are not recorded in our system. So these kind of line stoppage directly hit to the rhythm of the production line. That is the other thing. And it is directly hit to the morale of the employee. So at the end of the day, this is directly hit to the productivity of the line. That means directly hit to the performance of the organization. So we need to think how those hidden costs, most of the organizations think these are not significant when they are considered individually, but we consume lot of time, our effort and money to resolve these kind of issues. So definitely actually we have to think and we have to identify those hidden cost, hidden loss in our processes, in our lines, because that's how we can improve our performance into the next level. So think if we can identify those hidden loss, definitely our productivity is getting increased. Other thing is we can give better customer satisfactions to our customer, and definitely there should be some better profitability. That is the advantages actually if we can find those hidden. In addition, actually, I will share some interesting facts which researchers say. Then it is observed, actually, this is identified from the American Society of Quality, ASQ. So it is identified typical organizations have average total cost of quality is between 10% to 20% of their sales revenue. These are usually reported, but actually think it is identified that these kind of organizations have both preventive approach as well as there are a lot of internal failures. So think it is seems that they are struggling internally, but for the outside it seems very good. So think if we can highlight, if we can address for the previous highlighted point, definitely actually we can reduce these level into the next level. That means this which has always highlighted that the world-class organization has this value as the 5%. How did they achieve actually? How they have achieved this level actually matured quality system, leadership commitment, and other thing is the continuous improvement culture and the employee engagement and the streamlined processes. These are the facts behind how they become to the world class level. So today message is very simple. I would like to highlight these opportunities are available in our system. The thing is we have to find them where those hidden losses are available. So when we are finding those hidden losses, actually this cannot be done alone. This cannot be done by only the quality assurance department. then this when we are finding those hidden losses, especially, actually we just need to use the principles of total quality management. That's how we can address to those things. So today my message is actually we try to, as a team, as a responsible persons, we need to find those hidden losses. Definitely your organizations bring to the next level. That means better profitability, better competitiveness, and the better long-term sustainability. Nuwan, that is my answer. Thank you very much. Over to you.
All right. Thanks, Jamila. Thanks for sustainability, long-term sustainability. What Jamila said. Now he touched something very important: the cost. Now, cost is something when we are trying to implement something new, most of the the boardrooms or the top management is always looking at. But then again, he brought in the hidden cost. If we do not focus on the total quality or the quality assurance, and not just as the quality assurance department, but going beyond, everyone has to be a part of it. Now, when you do that, you should be able to understand. Now, he said 10% to 20% is out of the sales value. There's a cost. So, which means if your organization can go ahead and implement total quality management while making sure what Tilina mentioned earlier, those 5 steps in place, the organization can definitely thrive and look for a sustainable development. So with that, now I think participants are clear that what we should have in order to have a quality culture. And then also we should be looking at a total quality management system in place than just working on controls. Now, my final question goes to Vimal. Vimal, how can we go about implementing TQM in an organization?
Hi everyone, good evening to everyone. So thank you Nuwan for asking the last question and very important question. I am sure that the audience now with the explanation from Tirina and Chamila, particularly on the reason Tirina explained, there are many organizations all of a sudden struggle. When you look at they have all the certification, they have got a lot of certification. I'm not going to mention the name of the certification, but they have got a lot of certification, but just to tick the box. So what they do generally, in my experience over 30 years, what most of the organizations they do the operation, they do the quality assurance or a quality management system at the lowest level they can, just to manage, just to satisfy the customer at the minimum standards. But when there is an issue, all of a sudden they collapse. And also when there is an audit comes from the external party, they just prepare for the audit and they just get the certificate and they may, celebrate that as achievement. But at the end, when you look at the culture, quality department, I would say the poor quality department is struggling. They know how to manage the quality because that is struggle day-to-day operation, because they are alone. They are fighting with operation team and the engineering team, many people to satisfy their customer. So that's the common I would say common approach across most of the industries at the moment. But in real life, it should the most majority of the responsibility goes to the process owners. And Chamil explained about the hidden cost. When you look at 10 to 20% of the revenue sales of the annual sales value is huge. We know that most of the organization to achieve their profitable number to the number net profit percentage, what a struggle we have. But look at the potential. So with that, I'm going to share one screen to answer your question particularly. So I hope everyone can see my screen. So
Clear,
first
clear.
thing is,
Yes.
first thing is I think very important. Even though you as a quality head, you as an operation head, even though you are convinced that transformation has to happen now, because some of the organization maybe 20, 30 years old. Still, they are running with the old version of quality management system. They have not upgraded the quality management system. Even though you as a leader, quality leader, you want to transform the organization, but you are alone, you cannot do that. There should be a business reason. It should be part of the business. Well, then it should come from the shareholders, right? It should come from the top. Let me explain one example. Very recently we got an assignment from one of our clients. They are in the business more than 30 years. They are doing good actually. They have a fairly good number of customer base. But all of a sudden they got the new inquiry from a branded customer, world class customer. They're happy with their samples, but they're asking what's the quality management system. They're asking a lot of technical terms. They're asking about the quality engineering. They're asking about the TQM. So then now the organization is struggling to show the capabilities, process capabilities, because customer is not just looking at the sample. What they're saying is, we want to see the process capability, your management system capability. We want to see your culture. Then they are struggling. Now they want to transform the organization into new quality management system. But overnight, it is not practical. It is a hard journey. So likewise, I'm sure so many people are coming from many countries here, and happy to see that, covering many countries. Your organization also must be comfortable. Either you are already having this problem, or you are comfortable at the moment, but I'm sure, take my word, you will get that challenge in near future, because customers are improving, they are enhancing. Quality is not, is a competitive advantage. This is the basic requirement. If you are struggling with the quality, if you can't give the consistent quality products, quality service to your customer, it's a real problem. It's a real business problem. So this is the number one. Number one is, you should have the need from, either it should come from a customer or it should come from the top. Without that, you can't do that transformation. Second thing is, you have to understand the customer requirements. In terms of customer requirement, you have to convert into quality objectives, right? In a way measurable, right? You can measure the quality requirement. So this is the second thing. Third thing, once you understand the goal, where you want to go, what are the KPIs you are trying to achieve through the new transformation. Once it's been clear, then you have to assess the current process. You have to assess the current process, whether the current quality management system is capable enough to cater that level of consistent performance, consistent product, consistent service to your customer. Then you have to move to the people side. To run that new process, you need to assess the current your workforce. Include not only the quality department, quality resources. You have to assess the entire, because quality is not just quality department responsibility. You have to assess all the process owners, department heads, and the key resources capability, whether they are capable enough to manage this process. For that, actually, let me explain further. For that, for step number 3 and 4, it's very important to assess the process and the people. You need to do a gap analysis. For you to do the gap analysis, there are many assessment tools in the world. But we as AFL, we have developed a comprehensive tool. I know that you can't read it. We are not, expecting you to read it, because it's very long tool. And just to give the summary, we have a comprehensive tool. Plus, you can see the summary report. We are assessing the organization leadership and management style, and the process, and the people capability, and the performance. Under those 4 pillars, we assess the entire organization, and we give the rating, and we can understand which phase they are in, which phase they are, which pillar they are, lacking. What are the areas? What are the focus areas? What improvement they should make? So that assessment can be done through the comprehensive tools. There are many tools, as I said. We have developed our own one. During the TQM program, we are sharing this to our participants freely. For that, they can go and assess their organization before they implement the TQM. Just for your information, I'm sharing. So once you do that, once you complete 3 and 4, then you have to move to the continuous improvement. Because, as I said, quality also need to be transformed. It has to be continuously improved, right? You have to get the people involved. People in the sense, the people who are doing. People who are doing know what exactly need to be done. We should not give the answer, solution. They know exactly, but the problem here in most of the organization, we don't know how to get them involved. Because of that, even though they know the solution, they keep their shut mouth and just wait and see. They don't contribute because we are not asking. We don't have that approach. Because of that, they are not part of the continuous improvement journey. So that is very important. Continuous improvement. The last step is very important. Review. Review in the sense we have to measure the performance. Till now also mentioned about quality performance. We have to measure based on the second step. We set the new goals. We have to measure those set goals. We call it leading and lagging KPIs. Lagging mean the ultimate results, and leading mean the day-to-day behavior measurements. Leading and lagging KPI need to be measured at the highest level, not just quality department level. We are saying at the management level, head of the department, head of the plant, or so if you are in a service industry, head of the operation, they need to review the progress monthly basis, or at least monthly basis. They should go through the numbers, and they have to learn from the failures as well as the success stories. If it is success, most of the things people misunderstand. If it is success, we let it go, but we can't let it go. We have to reflect and see what was the key success factor, and we have to inbuilt into the management system. Otherwise, those success factors will just forget, and again, the same results. You can go back. So then that's how we have to introduce our internal process audit system, so that you are not just measuring only the KPIs, the results. You have to measure the process capability, process assurance. The good processes give the good results. So those are the 6 steps I can propose. One, I think with that, I'm sure audience can understand at the high level, because in the very short period, we have to give the high level understanding. These are the high level steps I can recommend for anyone interested in transforming your processes, quality processes in your organization. Is the high time. My recommendation is the high time. Don't wait. You are on the time bomb. Please start on your journey. With these steps, you can move on. Over to you, Nuwan.
All right. So thanks a lot, Vimal. You explained the 6 steps, and at a high level, yes, we might not be able to share everything here today, but you explained enough for someone to get an idea how they should be going ahead in implementing the total quality management system. So more importantly, you said the setting the direction and commitment is the number one thing that you should be starting off with, and then focus on the customer and build the process excellence. More importantly, engage everyone. I think there are a few questions coming in as well, how we can get engaged. We'll get the questions towards the end. And I would like to request all of you to share your questions in the chat so that we'll be able to take them at the end. And then driving continuous improvement. So you said that it has to be continuously evolved. And then more importantly, review, learn and sustain. Thank you very much for sharing that, Vimal. And you said that we shared the way to go about it at a high level, right? So here we are bringing a chance for all of you to learn it in detail as well, right? So there's a program coming up for all of you on 27th August for 15 days, 4 months, 2-hour sessions per week. To learn about TQM, Total Quality Management Practitioner Certification, coming from Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation Canada, in collaboration with Academy for Lean. And these are the trainers who will be delivering. Darshan Ratnayaka, Vimal Atapattu is there with us today as panelist, and also Rohan Ari Ratna. And you are going to get a special discount here if you're from Asia, Africa, or Middle East. And so that's going to be 450 USD, which is 50% from the normal course fee. And that's coming to about 140,000 Sri Lankan rupees. And once you complete this, you are going to get this certification coming from Canada, Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation, the certified TQM practitioner, right? So today we learned about certain things in detail and at the same time on a high level. If you join this program, you can learn them in detail. And apart from that, we have another program, a certified lean quality performer, which is going to be for about 10 weeks, 3 months, Saturdays, 8 p.m. And we are going to keep you posted on how you can be a part of it. If you want to get more information, you can connect with us through 0754 558 558. Academy for Lean will provide you the information. And you're going to get a certificate like this. So if you would like to join these programs, you can always connect with us, and you can connect through the contact details. We'll get back to you again with the details how you can be a part of it. And with that, we are moving on to the Q&A session. Let's see. Right, so we've got a few questions. Let me start off with the first question that has come. I think Tilina would like to answer this question. He explained it in detail, but there's a question that has come. We might be able to specifically answer this question as well. How can organizations encourage frontline employees to take ownership of quality?
Yeah.
Tilina, yeah.
Yes, Johan. Yeah, let me give you the answer. I can answer on that question in this way, right? So frontline employees are always, they seek the we call it recognition. Because why? Because they are the one who work hard. They are the one who works well at the machinery, at the line, or they know very well on the machines. But if we can close with them, or if we can close with them and recognize them on their actions that they have taken, especially when things go wrong, especially the defect pop up, or let's say the machinery, a critical process parameter goes out. So I have seen a lot of lines, or a lot of people, they don't care about the machine settings or machine setups. They just pass the defect, and they think that, okay, at the end line, QA man will catch the defect. So that is the culture in traditional mindset. That is the practice which we want to convert to the TQM, and the mindset, or the future, the ownership mindset, which comes with the responsibility and the accountability, and also the ownership of this product. So if we pass that ownership to the machine operator as well, and link with the QA appreciation, I think that we can get the right output, and we can more collaborate with this team, and we can empower them. So that is my answer, Noan.
All right. So thanks a lot, Tilna, for that answer. I hope your question is answered. And there's another question that has come. How can we do audit? I think using the same audit, same tool in our company. So I would like to post this to Vimal. Vimal, how can we go about doing an audit using the same tool?
Yeah, let me answer one on that.
Yeah.
I think our audience must be referring to the tool which I explained.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So that tool is not publicly shared. So that tool will be shared for the participants for the TQM. Already we have completed 2 batches. So we have already shared with all the participants for them to assess their organization, and we have reviewed the results also. Each organization we have reviewed the results, and we have understand the gap also. So likewise, this is not publicly available. If you are so interesting, the best thing is I think you have to join as a participant so that you will get it free. Otherwise, we can't share it in public. Yeah, sorry for that. Thank you.
Yeah, so that why don't you be a part of the program so that you will get it in full? And I don't want Vimal to stop from there. There's another question that I would like to share because Tilna explained this, but I would like Vimal also to add a bit on this. So if we are in an exercise to set the quality culture in an organization, so this has come from Kapila, in an organization, what approach is recommended? Top to bottom or bottom to top, or maybe a mix of it simultaneously?
Can you repeat the question again, Noah?
Yeah. Yes. If we are in an exercise to set the quality culture in an organization, so we are going to set the quality culture in an organization, what is the approach that you would like to recommend? Top to bottom or bottom up, or a mix of it simultaneously at the same time?
Okay. I think that's a great question, very important. And, most of the people struggle with this question. And, without understanding this answer, they have started in their own way and, they have, collapsed the whole approach. This can happen. As I explained, best thing is it should come from the top initially, right? It should, the requirement, not the how part. I'm saying what part, what need to be achieved, where we are supposed to go. Today we are here, team, we want to achieve this by this date. Within next 3 years, next 5 years, we should be there. So this is what the leader should, lead in the sense the top of the organization, that leader should set the direction. Then it's a matter of, then at that point onwards, once you set the standards, once you are clear about where to go, then that point onwards, both has to work, top down as well as bottom up. Both has to work to then that point onwards, it doesn't matter. I think it has to both way. It has to work, particularly on the when it comes to bottom up. I would highly recommend on the quality circles. That point onwards, you can start quality circles. There, your leadership can, start working on we in lean terminology we call kaikaku, the breakthrough projects, the kaizen projects. Those has to come in once you set the standards. So correct. The answer is, I mean, it has to be both ways, but not that they start. Start, it should come from the top. I think it's clear.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that answered the question. So I think we have one of our participants want to know about the TQM certification. So you can send us a message to our number. I will share it again. We will share it in the chat also. You can directly send us a WhatsApp message, and then we'll get you the right information that is required. So let's see whether we can take another question. So I'll openly give this. Any of our panelists can answer this question. The cost of an internal audit team, is it under prevention cost or appraisal cost, or else?
I will answer to this.
Yeah.
Then actually the internal audit team cost is actually, that the auditing is identifying the gap which is available in our system. That means actually the existing status and the requirement for the standard. So that means, that the meaning of the appraisal cost is that we are measuring and monitoring, especially what is the for the quality management system. So definitely under that, under the internal auditing is the measuring the existing gap in our system. That means actually under that definitions, definitely it is under the appraisal cost. That is my answer.
All right. Thanks, Shamila. Tilina, there's one more question to you because now we are living in a world where we have the automation, AI, digitalization, everything coming into play. So how would AI, automation, and digital technologies support the TQM? I think we talked about this visualizing part. Maybe you can
yes
give a comprehensive answer.
Okay. I can give you that answer because right now I'm working with such kind of a project, especially how do we digitalize our day-to-day quality control data, taking into the real time monitoring, right? For example, now in starting from raw material incoming and finished good delivery. So entire process, the end-to-end value chain. So we can use some simple I don't say that AI, but we do have some tools. For example, Power Apps or BI dashboards or simple web applications. First thing is we need to track down the data, right? Once the data is set up, only then we can continue that journey towards the AI, machine learning, or VR. For example, now we are trying to do a VR model to identify a defects, right? So because right now we do the same thing with the people, the human. So of course we know that the human error can be happen and the time, but if we link with the VR, right? VR, so it's directly gives you fast track accurate results. So that is how you have to think in a digital mind and cooperate in your existing QA system as a first step. The starting point is Power Apps. Use Power Apps and develop Power dashboards to see your quality data, or maybe for quality KPI data, monitoring of quality KPI data. That's my answer.
All right. All right. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Tirina. I think, do you have any more questions? Let me see. Right. So some of you are asking about the certificate for free webinars. Usually we are not offering certificates, but you can definitely get in touch with to know more about certificate programs through the number that we have shared here in the chat. I think we've answered the questions also.
I think one question was no one.
Let me see. Let me see.
The
All right.
appraisal.
Yes. Yeah. Of course. So this is about rewarding on the production output, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do we build? Okay, right. I got it. How do we build a quality culture when employees are rewarded mainly for production output?
Yeah, I
Vimal, would
think that
you?
yeah. I think that's the most challenging part because most of the time we reward, we give the production incentive for the targets, right? But most of the time, some of the organization they are smart enough to understand this situation. They give the reward, even the production incentive. They give the production incentive only for the quality products. If the product is not past the quality standards, the entire team they are disqualified for the targets. So that means they are, even if they have achieved 100% of their targets, but if the quality is not there, they will not get anything. Zero for that particular. So that's the balance I think we have to maintain. One of the organization, what we know, what we have worked. So that's how we have created that culture, quality first mindset. I think if your organization, if that particular participants organization is not, having that kind of the guidance or a rule or a criteria, best thing is to establish that. So that you will get that balance.
Pretty much, pretty much. So thanks a lot, Vimal, for that answer. And I think with that, we are coming to an end of today's program. But I would like to remind you again, we are having a program coming up on 27th of August. You can get yourself registered. Yeah, you can get yourself registered for the program. You can connect with us through 0754 558 for more information about the TQM practitioner program that we'll be starting on 27th August. And that's going to be for 15 days or 4 months, 2 hours per week, where you will be getting more hands-on knowledge, more experience, more tools, where you can go ahead and implement TQM in your organization. So with that, we are coming to an end of today's webinar and would like to thank everyone who joined with us and stayed throughout. And also, I would like to bring thanks to our panelists, Tilina, Shamila, and Vimal, for sharing your expertise today with our participants and giving them sharing your experience where they can take them and implement and see the benefits. So with that, we are coming to an end of this webinar where quality should be everyone's responsibility. And we'll meet once again with another free webinar powered by Academy for Lean. And until then, have a wonderful time. Good night.